Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Aviators of Toronto taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys, they should come in rested and ready off that midseason bye. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5", it's Josh Allen.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown! James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aviators will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strength like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Able to avoid him. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Young. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Aviators offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
15-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Dowdle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Dowdle going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And goal at the 5-yard line.
They run here with Dowdle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to have the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Aviators offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Toronto 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Aviators.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
A gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Toronto 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Panthers about ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the run, it's Delta. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run this time. It'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
Davis now to return it. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Fielded just inside the 20. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing, Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now Young. They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. 3rd and 8.
A gain of 9 brings up.
Looking to throw, Young. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. 3rd down and 1.
James Cook. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. A little juke. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Cook up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. James Cook with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Bass on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss.
At the 49-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. As they've got it as we resume action. Young to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Allen going to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And the Toronto first down. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Toronto.
Now this time Allen will throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Toronto.
Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
Allen's pass.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nick Scott on the coverage.
Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
to the sequence of plays they're putting together here. This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
That's caught right side by Palmer. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Final pass on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at it. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
At the 21-yard line.
Now Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. Taron Johnson made the stop. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A running play is downward. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young now. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. The Young keeps it moving right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Slot man moves right. Young to throw it. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
Here's Young. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And Oliver in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Allen.
The 26-yard line.
His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Young from the shotgun.
This is called by McMillan.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Toronto, first down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Toronto.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Now here's Young. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Young.
And he's caught. He finds his big target again.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. Okay, Brandon, thank you. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. And this is Justin Herbert. Drops back, doesn't like what he sees, decides to tuck it and run, and he can do this, and he does it. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And it's Kyle Pitts. He'll take this in for the touchdown. He's found the end zone twice in the first 2 quarters. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Falcons have the lead in a game where both teams come in on losing streaks, so someone's got to get out of here with a victory. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Chicago Bears. And this is Rashad Bateman. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 55-yard touchdown. The Ravens lead it by a touchdown at the half. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
It's 2nd and inches.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. That's again, we'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Allen to throw it. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
Young will set to throw. That is caught. McMillan with it. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the Panthers first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Young to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the defense closes quickly there. They get maybe a yard to the 33. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick. Other than the extra point. That's it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff running for the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
It's 2nd down.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Nick Scorton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Now Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
At the 47-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Young.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That's a gain of 3.
Young now from the 50.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 1.
To the air, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Oh, pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Well, give to Cook out of the gun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
He made his first attempt, this from 45.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers now set to take over offensively.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, That may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Well, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Young now. In trouble, and he's taken down. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Another toe for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 6.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Allen. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Take it in at the 22. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Looking to throw, Young. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. And Xavier again, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Toronto's offense ready to take over. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
From the gun, it's Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Here's Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 12.
To throw, it's Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On play action, Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And again, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Ed Oliver able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here is Young. Under pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches. When they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Young to throw it. Caught by Trimble. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 42-yard line.
Young to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just...
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
A give. This is Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now Young and the Panthers down by 8, 36 seconds remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Here's Young. That one completes illegal. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
now Young.
At the 34-yard line.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's 4th down.
One last shot for Young. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Toronto, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.